Okay, so we just finished our first show, and of course we broke something. So we're in the back of the trailer now. So there is a rear steering ram, and what we think it's done is actually broke part of the aluminium inside it. So if I go back out of the truck, my brother Matt, he's already changing it, and of course people with monster trucks always help each other out. So we got Drew Thornton, who used to drive Podzilla, and of course Gary Anderson, who now is driving Podzilla, and they're there fixing the back of the truck. So we're just walking there. So there's Podzilla. So we're just walking around the back, and here they are, hard at work. Whoa! I think that might have been a top fuel car going down the track. A little bit later on, we'll take you over to the track and show you some track action. So we're just going to get back on with fixing this steering ram, get it all back together, so we're ready for our second show. First show at Santa Pod, we broke a hydraulic ram. That's what one of these are. On a monster truck, a hydraulic ram is what does the steering. There's no physical mechanical rack like in a normal car. It's all done with fluid. So what happens is one of these cylinders has let go. So let's take it apart and see what's broken. Okay, so it's done what I thought it done. Inside the hydraulic ram, there's a piston, and on the top of the piston, the aluminium is meant to go all the way around to hold the seals in. And what's happened is the aluminium is sheared off on one side, which has let the seals move. Now, as soon as the seals move, the fluid can just blast past them and not actually move the ram in and out. So what we've got to do now is we've got to take that piston off, take the seals off, clean the rest of the ram, make sure there's no damage on the inside of the cylinder. So we've got to check in there, clean all that out, make sure there's no debris in there, no scratches, because if there's a scratch in there, we're going to have to polish the scratch out, because otherwise the oil will pass down the scratch and around the seals. And then we put a new piston on, new seals, lubricate everything up and put it back together. So let's get on with getting this ram back in action. So this is the difference between the old one, which is that one, and this is the new one. As you can see, this one's all in one piece. Yeah, so all it's done is it's broken the edge of the aluminium off, and it's let the seals go on. So we've got brand new seals to go in. All we've got to do is put the seals on this piston now, one either side, so it seals really good, and get it back into the cylinder. There you go, piston is now fully assembled with all the seals. It's back on the rod. Now we just have to lubricate it and then put it back in the cylinder. Okay, so we lubricated the piston before we put it in. I actually use the same oil that I use when I run the monster truck. So we use ATF in the steering and in the transmission of the monster truck. So we use Lucas Shore Shift. Yeah, so it's all assembled now, all back in there, all ready to go. All we have to do now is mask up the ports so we don't get any more dirt in there, and put it back in the trailer for another spare. So basically, in my trailer, we always have at least 3 or 4 of these as a spare ready to go. And of course, we carry the seals with us. So if you do get a problem at a show, we can just put a new one on, just like we did at Santa Pod, or we can actually rebuild the one we've taken off. But normally it's a lot quicker to get it back in the workshop, put a brand new piston, new seals in it, because I always have them in stock, and get it back up and get ready to go for the next show. So let's see some more action that happened at Santa Pod at the Festival of Power over the last bank holiday weekend. So here we are with the other monster truck we got in the arena. This is Neil, who drives the Red Dragon. Red Dragon is the best ride truck here in the UK. It's a race-winning monster truck, which has been converted to give rides. Tell them what you do, Neil.
We take people to ride around the arena. You sit in the back, where we've got a front passenger seat called the adrenaline seat, and we go right round the arena and we go over the scrap cars. Make people scream. Best ride of your life.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, Neil's just getting another lot of passengers loaded up. I'm actually going to go with him in the adrenaline seat in the front and show you what it's like to go in the Red Dragon.
taking us to ride the Red Dragon. So if you're ever at a show and you see the Red Dragon, you've got to make sure that you take yourself for the ride of your life. Okay, so I'm sat in the back of the Nissan Juke, and the problem is it's driven by Terry Grant, so that can only be one thing, 2 wheels. But we're not going to be alone. Whoa! We've got Gary Anderson, driver of Podzilla, he's coming in. That's still not enough people in this car. Let's get I don't know. Come on, get three in the back. So now we got Drew Thornton, driver of Podzilla.
The jet driver. Both monster truck drivers.
Lee, pick him across us.
Okay, so
Backup monster truck driver.
You'll go
all
across
in
the
a
laps
car.
and then put 2 in the
That
front.
if he gets
okay, so now we got Lee Bowers. Lee Bowers is in as well.
There at the moment, having kittens about. I didn't think we should do.
Herb, got across here.
What?
Give me your hands. Your hands. Yeah.
Turn him around, put his head this end.
I'm so sorry.
Lee, pull him out. Go out that way, we'll turn you around.
This is so silly.
Go that way.
oh my word.
He's coming back. Open the window.
Right, man, you're it.
So now Herb is on my lap.
You can see. This has gone horribly wrong. Terry, you know when you did the Goodwood Festival?
So how many we got in here now? So
that's car with you.
It's gone back.
So that's 4 in the back.
You've had a passenger before, never ever have you had so many and so much weight. Would it really work?
Cozy in there. I'm alright, I'm in the front.
Right.
They put the smallest in the front.
There is a crew chief to mend the monster trucks.
No seats there.
No, it's good.
Yeah, but he's going to cry if he don't go in.
Matt is 6'3", right? He's going to have to sit on your knee though.
He didn't look 6'3" from here.
You're okay, you're kidding. There's no seats. You've got 4 in the back.
There ain't no room.
There's no room. Sorry.
Okay, so we're all ready now. Look how many people are in. Look how many is in this Nissan Juke. So we've got 3 in the front, 4 in the back, and 1 in the boot. Let's do this.
Are you ready? They're ready. Go for it. 3, 2, 1. He's hopping away. Look at this. Incredible.
Right, we're coming down to line. Ready?
Is everybody alive? That was awesome. Okay, so they're just firing up the jet dragsters now. What you probably don't realise, across the top of the start-finish tower is windows. And what you might be able to see is when the dragsters take off, there's people holding the windows in because the dragsters try and blow the windows out. So I'm going to spin the camera around now and show you the action.
Here we go then, after the tower being shaken. It's going to be Jude in the wait, good second. Martin here with 545 and the back race to 1,000 feet.
Wow, weren't those dragsters fantastic? 250 mile an hour, and he even pulled the parachutes out before he got to the end. Wow. Okay, so we're inside the monster truck now, and under the seat of the monster truck, I've got 2 fire extinguishers. We've got the big one there, which is one that's plumbed in and goes round and goes over the engine bay. So if you look, the engine's behind you, you see that little fit in there. That's one of the jets that fire the foam over the engine. So there's actually 4 over the engine. There's another one that goes under the seat, and there's another one up in the bulkhead that sprays over me. So we got the big one there, and we got a small held hand one there. So they both have to be certified every 2 years. So they're due for a certification. So I'm going to take them out now. I'm going to actually let them off because when they recertify, they have to refill them anyway. So we might as well just set them off. And then we're going to go to Merlin Motorsport, which is local to me, based at Castle Combe Race Circuit, and they're going to refill them for me. You can see the difference because this one's meant to be, the other one's meant to be plumbed in, so this one's got this sprayer on it. It's basically a foam that comes out of it. So the first one was just straight off the nozzle, and the second one is actually the handheld one. Okay, so here we are at Castle Combe, where Merlin Motorsports are based. Castle Combe is a race circuit just outside Chippenham in Wiltshire. Today they've got a track day on, so people are riding motorbikes around. Not the best weather for motorbikes, you can see it's fairly wet on the ground. But let's get these fire extinguishers recertified at Merlin Motorsport. Our next show is Truckfest Peterborough at the East of England Showground on the May Bank holiday weekend. Show's open to public on Sunday and Monday. But we got the Swamp Thing monster truck there. Not just that one, we got Alan Vaughan in the Slingshot monster truck, so we'll be competing head to head. There's loads of other stuff there, so we've got celebrities, we've got Harry Redknapp, Shane Warne, they're both there, and of course, if you like your vlogging, we got the Vloggers Village, so we got people like Luke C in a HGV. We're going to do some stuff with him soon at the show. Also, what else? We got the mini movie trucks, so you can drive a replica. If you're a kid, you can drive a replica of like Smokey and the Bandit or something like that. But there's so much to do. We got music in the evenings and throughout the day. We got product launches, and of course all those amazing trucks that bring everything what you've got in your home. At one time it has been in the back of a lorry, so all your little Amazon deliveries, they get to the Amazon hub, they go in a massive truck. So if you want to find out more information about Truckfest, which is on the May Bank holiday, that's Sunday and Monday, please check out truckfest.co.uk. Well, that's it for this week. I believe in making things as simple as possible, so if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, just press this button here and then you'll be done. Then you'll see that all our latest videos as soon as they've come out. And also, if you want to find out more information, more news about the monster truck, please check us out on our Facebook page, which is the Swamp Thing 4x4 monster truck on Facebook. Until next time, I hope to catch you at one of the shows. Bye bye.